Greetings, YouTube. Beautiful mind here. We have this question that comes in from college algebra. It says it asks us to solve the equation. So let's start by getting a copy of the original paper. Grab paper. Okay. And I'm filling this. Okay. So yeah, let's start by getting a copy of the original. So we have this x plus 5. Oh, and let me try this one more time. We have x plus 5 to the power of 2/3 plus 4 times x plus 5 to the power of 1/3 plus 3 equals 0. Okay? So this actually is equations quadratic in form. This is actually a quadratic equation, but we have to use a technique I like to call U substitution to put this into the proper form. So we're gonna let u be equal to, usually our u is right here in the middle for these equations quadratic in form. So that's what I'm actually, it just takes a little practice to recognize it, but we're gonna let u be this x plus 5 to the power of 1/3. So if u is x plus 5 to the power of 1/3, then we can transform the original equation into the following. The first term in this case is going to become u squared plus 4u plus 3 equals 0, right? So then if we solve the resulting equation, that's fine. I like to do my vertical bar just to keep my equal signs lined up. Makes it easier. So we're looking to try to factor the original. We want to factor the original into something like this. We got our, instead of x, is going to be u and u. Two numbers that multiply, let's see, two numbers that multiply to give us 3 and add to give us 4 are going to be 3 and 1. So plus 3 plus 1 equals 0. In class, we said when things multiply to give us 0, then we use a zero factor property. So we set each one to equal to 0 and solve. So basically, we're going to say u plus 3 equals 0, or u plus 1 equals 0. We solve each of those. We get u equals -3, or u equals a -1, right? So then what we have to do is take that and resubstitute back. So put the x back, right? So if u equals x plus 5 to the third, then what we can do, so what this means is that x plus 5 to the power of 1/3 equals -3, or x plus 5 to the power of 1/3 equals -1. What's my time? Okay, so remember, to the power of a third is the same as cube root of all of this. So to get rid of cube root, we say the inverse is going to be we're going to cube both sides. Same thing here on this equation. We're going to cube both sides, okay? If the index here were even, when we raise both, oh, well, actually that's not here. Yeah, we're okay for now. I'm not going to mention that. Okay, so this is going to cancel this. Those two cancel. And what this leaves us with is the following. On the left, we're going to have x plus 5. On the right, what is that? -27. Here on the left, we have x plus 5. On the right, we have -1. Okay. So if we keep going, subtract 5, x equals -32. Or subtract 5, that's going to be a -6. X equals -6. Okay. So I got 32 and -6, and we should check them in the original before we try to submit these answers. I'm going to show you how we can check this in a graphing calculator. Because we're remote, I mean, there are like free calculation tools like that, like online, like you can use Algebra. There are a lot of things that do what I'm about to do. You just kind of have to find something that works for you. Okay, so we got a train coming through. In the upper left-hand corner, I'm going to hit y equals, and I'm going to type in the original just as I see it. I'm going to do parentheses x plus 5 to the power of, now you do have to use your parentheses properly. If you don't use them properly, then it's not going to work, right? So that means you have to be aware of order of operation, how to group properly, okay? Plus 3. Okay, so what I did, I typed in the original, using my parentheses properly. I'm going to quit, and then I want to test those two results that I got. Let's kind of go like this. And let's do paper. Get rid of this, okay? So we want to test those two results. We got x equals negative 32, negative 6, and we just want to test those to make sure they work. Okay. So now we're going to go to the left of the clear button is variables. I'm going to go to the right to y variables. I'm going to hit 1 for function, and I'm going to hit 1 for y1. What I'm doing is calling on that function that I just typed in. Now, when we type in negative 32, we should get 0. And when we type in, I'm just going to recall, and when I type in negative 6, we should also get 0. Okay? So that's a confirmation that these two work. So I think you see that answer there. So it looks like it should be A. Okay? All right. And on that note, we are going to end this session here. And from one beautiful mind to another, enjoy the rest of your day. Deuces up, A-town down. Peace.